Good evening, Kyber Cave production family. How are you today? Guess what? Van
Hello
has his
there.
laptop back so he can do comments when it's not the
Woohoo!
interview.
Holy my
um,
goodness, there's a ton of comments. I
Steven
knew
says,
Say Wong was going to be there.
very funny, Steven. Mez says, Steven said, Mez has issues. I thought I had canceled my subscription. Screw you. Well, hello, everybody. I
Wait, are
randomly
they
found a
talking?
cord on my armrest. Hope you're all. What's up, Chuck Wood? How are you? Hello, Mr. Berger. Hi, Say Wong. Hi, Steven. Hi, Duran Duran. I saw your name earlier. Hello, Andy Fleshman. How are you all this evening? We are glad to have you. We had a great show last week where we did a saber giveaway after our dear captain, Lady Moon Aubrey, was our guest on this show. And so we had a great time with that. And guess what? We're already at 1,624 subs. So we
Woo!
only need a 76 more before we do another giveaway. So make sure to share it, and tell people about our lovely little channel.
Okay, hey,
Our
really
yeah,
quick, Mets. I am not able to make the comments pop up. It says I need to join the chat, and then it's having me go somewhere else. I'll have to figure that out at some other time. What's up, Andy? But at this moment, I am not. Yeah, I'm not able to do that.
are you not logged in or something?
It says join the chat, and then it says connect to YouTube, and then here it says sign in to continue with StreamYard, and I don't know our email and all that stuff for
Oh
StreamYard.
goodness
So
gracious, young man, it signs you out. So sad. I'm sure
Anyways,
Steven could figure it out, but you know.
yeah, we'll not do it during show. What's up, Chuck? Driving right now. Be safe. There are a few unhappy fans leaving the bars right now. Yep. Football games. And
Yep,
then
yep, yep.
Mike, I think, just went to Disneyland, right?
Yeah, I
Didn't
believe I remember him talking about going there.
there he is. It says Galaxy Edge got interesting after they figured out who I was.
Oh boy, I bet it did.
Secret celebrities heading over to Galaxy's Edge. I
Well, I'm
want to
pretty
thank
sure.
everybody. I am very excited. We have a huge year planned. So many great shows, so much cool stuff for KCP. We have been offered a partnership. We haven't figured out if we're doing it with Powerhouse Comics to bring KCP to you live. They have offered to give us tables to do more of their shows. So I'm hoping that we can get Mets out there signing autographs for people, doing
I don't know
selfies with
anyone
people.
that would want my autograph. That feels so strange to hear like my name and autograph if it wasn't me trying to get someone else's. Like it just sounds strange. And so just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that if that actually happened. It feels strange.
It's
But you know
weird.
what?
When we did Weekend Blender last weekend, I had two people come up to me that said that they follow our channel. And it's very bizarre, especially when I go to a con, when I hear people say that, it doesn't catch me off. But I've had it happen. Like I went through the drive-through at Taco Bell and someone asked me if I had a YouTube channel. That caught me off guard.
Yeah, I have not had really funny, Steven. I want your autograph, preferably signing a check. I have never had anyone ask for my autograph, and if that ever happens, I probably will think I just had a dream. So
Well, okay, you hear
but
that, everybody? So once we get Mets out on the circuit, then your job is to go up to Mets and get her really embarrassed and ask for her autograph.
I will literally blush, probably very much so. But first and foremost, guys,
Nerdy
time
news.
for our nerdy news. All right, first on the nerdy news, the new Madam Web featurette dives into Cassandra Webb's story. Who is Madam Web? Do you know much about her? I don't know a lot about her. So in the comments, in the description, I'm going to post the link right now in the comments. But in the description, if you're watching the upload rather than the stream, you'll find the information on this article that gives you, it's a featurette and it dives into Cassandra Webb's story and more about her. These are the movie posters that they have out right now.
Nice.
Are you interested in seeing Madam Web?
Only slight. I really don't know a lot about Madam Web. Through the Spider-Man comic, so I'm interested. Because it's something I know nothing about. But I I know nothing about it. What about you?
You know nothing about it. I don't know a whole lot about it. This is why I linked to the article, and we'll take a look this week. So you guys feel free to take a gander at that. Next on the nerdy news, Star Wars: The Bad Batch Season 3 trailer. There is a link being posted now. It is also in the description if you're watching the upload. This article talks about the Season 3, and it has a link to, the YouTube trailer. Have you watched it?
I have seen the trailer, and I will say honestly, I'm not a huge what's up? Is that Wagek? I'm not a huge Bad Batch fan. However, I will say that from what I heard from these trailers, first off, this is going to be the last in the series, so it's the three seasons of it, and there's going to be a lot of information that helps tie this section of the timeline into like when we start knowing about Rey and stuff like that. So we're going to find out about the Emperor clones and all kinds of stuff that's going to tie a lot of the Star Wars universe together. Record rules.
Yeah.
Doyle rules.
A Doyle rules. Oh, goodness. Go Brian rules. No. So I watched the trailer. I have not seen the series. So this is coming from someone on the ice outside. It looks fun. I haven't gotten into any of the animated shows, as I've said a few times in the channel.
Yeah,
and that was because before I knew about the term canon, that anything was connected, I thought they were just fun kids shows. My brain didn't really realize the expansive universe that is Star Wars. And then I joined this channel, which I was like a fan, wasn't a huge nerd, and boo womp. and then I joined working on this channel, and I kind of got enveloped into a Star Wars pool of knowledge and things, and I'm slowly learning more. I wish I could just take more time to learn more, of course, but life is life, and you have things to do. But that is your news for today.
It is amazing. Even today, Steve and I were talking about, we're currently looking for another location. We're looking to move store locations only because where we're at, we've been here for almost 3 years, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Nobody shows up here by accident.
Yeah, it's even though it's close to the freeway, it's in an industrial area, so like not as many people go over there and visit. Like you're not next to a coffee shop where there's a lot of people in traffic.
Right. So we're looking for a new location, and we were sitting down going through our catalogs, and we're like, God, man, there's over 150 different sabers. And then that's not even considering like, some of them are in multiple colors, and then some of them are multiple, there's NeoPixel, then there's SN Pixel, and then there's RGB, and then there's sRGBs. It is a lot. It is overwhelming, y'all.
I'm going to add a hello to Cold Richie and Flame Knife. Hello, how are you?
Hello there. I love seeing all the brand new names, by the way. Thank you for tuning in.
That is very spectacular.
Please like right now. Just go ahead and like it because we got an excellent show for you. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. We give away a free saber every 100 subscribers. We just gave one away last weekend. In fact, we gave away the saber that was named after the guest that we had on. So let all your friends know about this, and you too can win a saber.
Yes, you can. All right, guys. So you know what? James Kaiser, our producer for the show, was out for 2 weeks due to inclement weather causing power outages where he was. So he was not able to do flow for 2 weeks. But guess what? He's back this week. And our flow this week is Dalton Sessumes. That's how I'm assuming it was pronounced. But if you'd like to check him out, I believe I'll link to his page down below in the description. If not, I'll fix it afterwards. But please enjoy your flow of the show.
Whoa, man! I expected to see
Thank
some
you.
like light cycles going to. That was super cool. And by the way, I want to say, Mezzo, excellent job. I really like how you added that card on the end that shows the
It
artist. Like
features the artist a little more. Yeah, I thought that would be a nice touch to start adding that at the end.
a lot of times when
Give
you're watching the show, it looks like the same thing week to week. But when we're doing it, every once in a while, I notice our fabulous director adds just tiny little touches of flavor. It's like sprinkling in a little bit of seasoning. And even though it may not look a lot different to you, I see the difference and I see how much it improves. I really like that. Thank you so much,
I'm
Matt.
glad that you like that, and you're welcome. I kind of liked how I just kind of did that for someone. I did it for Carly King, and I thought I'm going to keep doing this because I like this new kind of tasting at the end. It gives the artist a little bit more exposure there at the end. That
Exactly.
looked like Tron, Steven said.
Everybody's saying the same exact thing. Chuck said it too. I said it the first time I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, that does look like Tron." That's why I made the
Yeah,
reference to
it was interesting. So thank you so much, James Kaiser, our producer for Flow of the Show, bringing that to us. Next year we have our guest. Would you like to introduce our splendid guest?
I would. Our guest tonight, if you were at the Weekend Blender in Citrus Heights this last weekend, you probably would have seen her running around in one of her many different costumes that she had this weekend. She did. She got it together with a lot of the different artists and vendors there, and did a lot of photography. This weekend, I know she was just. I mean, she literally just came from a Saber Legion event in Sacramento as a competitive fighter. We're gonna ask her more about that and how she did. But she is all over the place. And she called me. I really wanted to interview her because having done this show for almost 3 years now and being out in the community, I know a lot of the cosplayers. I know a lot of the fighters on the scene. I know a lot of the people that make noise and make names. This woman came in and I just all of a sudden started hearing her name everywhere. And I was like, I don't know who this person is. And then when I met her, she's a delightful person. And so I can see why so many people have really enjoyed having her around. But I wanted to learn more. Where did she come from? So with no further ado, please give it up for Miss Cheynne Morgam.
I believe it's Cheyenne.
It is Cheyenne. I said Cheynne.
Yeah. Yes,
It
you
is
did.
Cheyenne.
I think you just know someone named Shanae. All right, here's the intro.
Sorry. Well, sorry for this. I don't know where I got Sinead from.
Hello,
Really quickly, I
hello.
want to say what's up to Andy. Thank you, and it was very good seeing you this weekend. And thank you. I hope you were enjoying your Grievous Saber. What is going on, girl? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I am beautiful. You have had a very busy weekend. I see you on Facebook all the time posting about like all these events that you're going to. You are really, it seems like you were involved in several different cosplay communities, as well as the saber fighting community, as well as lots of other hobbies that you seem to have. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh yeah, so in 2015 I started with Kyber Nights in Austin, Texas. From there I just traveled the world, traveled to Maryland, Chicago, all over the place doing the Saber Legion sparring.
Well, are
Then
you on the
in
run from the law?
oh no, not I was gonna do an Eric Clapton reference right there. I shall share. But yeah, no, back in 2023 was when I made my debut in California. But of course, before that, I was down here in 2021. But in SoCal, made my debut over at the lightsaber in the park with actually you guys, Kyber Cave.
Yeah, that was last August 4th.
Yeah, it was amazing. That
Wow.
bought one of your lightsabers and everything. Then from there it just stemmed. It went to the SAC anime and little events like not little. Personally, it was actually really big for me, but Lodi Con, Ohana Con. Then I started doing cosplays like Lydia and stuff.
Right.
Escalated. Yeah, definitely
In fact,
escalated.
this
I'm
last
sorry.
weekend at Blender, weren't you were like a guest cosplayer or something? Was that correct?
Yeah, I was one of the guests of honor, and it was ran the Imperial Outlanders booth with actually in chat Andy. So
Right. We are very good friends with Imperial Outlanders. We've had Clint on here, and Clint out to our events many times. How did you? Okay, so when you moved from Texas to here, did you just kind of like just jump right into the scene? One of the interesting things that I was mentioning right before you came on was, again, I've been doing this show for like 3 years. I know a lot of the people in this community, and I just feel like all of a sudden one day I just started hearing your name everywhere, like from different groups, different cosplayers. They would mention, you had a birthday recently, and someone said to me, "Oh, are you going out to her birthday party?" And I was like, "Now, how does everybody in Northern California seem to know you overnight?"
yeah, I started with the goth scene. My partner's in the band in retrograde actually, and I started with the goth aesthetic, and then I finally found my place in the cosplay universe once I heard of SAC anime, and I was like, I already spar, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just continue from there. And then I got introduced with Kyber Cave, and then I just heard from one of the people down there, Saber Legion, and I was like, this could turn into something. And of course,
Right.
today it did.
Right. And how did you? Well, okay. So let me. I believe Kyber. Wait, what is it? Kyber what? In
Kyber
Texas,
Knights.
Kyber Knights. They aren't they? Light speed.
Yeah, they're Lightspeed based.
Okay, so now you've had experience with Lightspeed and TSL, correct?
Yes.
Are you interested in learning like many like there's so the next one would be Ludo Sport would be the next logical, and Ludo is right down there in the area. Oh man, this is something interesting. We need to tell everybody you just picked up an incredible mentor today. That like as soon as you told me who it was, well, as soon as I saw the picture, I knew exactly who it was. But he is down in that area in the San Francisco, or no, he's in San Jose now. In the San Francisco area, there's Ludo Sport as well, which is another type of saber fighting. Are you interested in learning all the different groups and rules, or do you like one better than another, or?
Personally, I just actually started with the like flame stuff, doing a little bit of flame work. I did that once for one of my partner's shows. They introduced me to it, and I was so scared, but they were so
Are
like
you talking about
out of
lighting your
it.
saber on fire? So you're talking about
No,
flow,
no,
right?
no, the fire dancers, those people down there. They introduced me to that, so I grew curious about that. But I also did LARPing, like foam fighting. Like I did that
Right.
at SAC Anime in summer, then did it again in winter. So my friend Simo runs that down there.
Wow. Okay. Well, it seems like you just got your hands involved in all the stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the exposure to new communities for sure.
All right. Are you a Star Wars fan or a fan of the saber or both or?
Okay, I am a fan. Personally, my favorite lightsaber is anything NeoPixel. I know it can be pricey, but it's beautiful in my opinion. And
Right.
Star Wars wise, personally, I love the games like Knights of the Old Republic. But as we're talking into movies and lore, I guess you could say with movies, movies would be Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, of course. It's over, Anakin. And yeah, I've always been a fan, and comics. I collect the comics, of course, from the Old Republic to the New Republic and extended outward.
Mhm. And as far as the cosplaying, I know you did Lydia this weekend. Do you have like do you have a particular genre that you like to do? Like, obviously that one's Beetlejuice. Or do you do all kinds of different genres?
Oh, I do all kinds. I started out back in 2020 with Asuna from Sword Art Online.
Hmm.
So I also have her rapier, so it's a big sword. And then I also do the horror for Sinister, like Lydia. I'm actually doing an asylum type thing in October. I have some more cause plans going forward if you're interested in hearing about that a little later.
Mhm.
And mine is mainly horror all the way to video games and onward. Have some new ones actually.
Nice. And for you personally, I've met lots of different cosplayers. There's different people on different ends of the spectrum. Some people, they want their costume to be like 100% screen accurate. They will spend thousands of dollars to make sure that their costume looks just the way it does in the movies. Then there are other people that are like, you know what? I'm going to go to Goodwill and I'm going to buy stuff that's close enough for you to understand who I am, but it doesn't necessarily have to be exact details. Where do you fall?
Personally, I'm in the creative arts of things, so I love thrifting, so like Crossroads and Arden and stuff like that. I like thrifting for all my work. I do highly appreciate those that spend thousands of dollars, like I did for my personal original character, Empress of Sacramento, actually. That one I've critiqued so much money, and whenever you're ready to show it off, I'll show it off, but actually bought a new piece for Empress of Sac today that will actually help me in competition further.
I was telling Mez that's a pretty bold claim to move here and then all of a sudden declare yourself Empress of Sac.
Oh, you gotta assert it. Like, you never really hear the Emperor having an Empress, so it's like a Mara Jade type thing when she was on the dark side mixed with the Dark Ray concept that you hear with the 501st, you know?
Right.
So,
Do you have a favorite thing to cosplay, or does it depend on the event?
it always, for me, depends on the event and the crowd that's going to be out there, as well as what I'm feeling. Like, if I'm going to do a big con, I'm going to wear something that's not very restrictive. Like my Jinx cosplay from League of Legends, I'm not going to wear that sack anime because it's too, I want room to take pictures and not be conserved. It would be
Mhm.
like if I wore Mandalorian gear down there too.
Right.
But if it's like a lower event where there's like more movement and I have more space, I will wear something that's like that
Right.
for sure.
Right. Uh, and when you're going to like these different kinds of events, do you like to, what is it about the cosplay that you like? Is it the taking pictures with people? Is it putting together the outfits? Is it changing between 3 outfits in a weekend and surprising everybody? What is it that is your favorite part of the cosplay?
I think personally my favorite part of it is seeing others smile. Personally, I love helping others as much as I can, and kind of I like the challenge of doing like this weekend blender. I was telling you about that too. The 7 costume changes we had in there. It's just
Right.
testing your limits and going from there.
Right. And that was only a 2-day event as well. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and that was within one day. I did 7 costume changes, so that's how I know ready for onward events.
What is the biggest con that you've been to?
Hmm. I think Sac Anime personally, but I do have bigger cost plans going forward.
Yeah. Let's see. Andy says she has her own custom Mandalorian armor coming soon. I'm currently working on it. Woo! I need to get my
Yeah.
Mando armor finished out as well. Now, so you got to try the Saber Legion today, which is full body armor. And then Lightspeed, which tends to be much lighter armor. They only require the helmet, the gloves, the elbow pads. Do you have a preference between the two?
So I would prefer the light elements of it because lightweight is always ideal. But for protection wise, I did like the concept of having more armor because when you're out on the field, and if you want to touch base on talking on being on the field, there's a lot to go with it. But you
Right.
want to protect all of your have the proper safety for it for sure.
Right. I know with some people going to the Saber Legion is it's a little bit more challenging than doing Lightspeed, only because there's more armor requirement. And for those that don't know, there's a very good reason why they require more armor. They use a 1-inch heavy blade at Saber Legion, which if you were to swing on somebody, yeah, go ahead and show everybody your beautiful
Yeah,
new baby there.
this is the new one.
if you were to swing on somebody with that with full force, you can literally break bones with this blade, which is why they require Saber Legion requires the gorget even to make sure that you don't get hit in the throat muscle and do damage to your voice box.
They also this weekend for gear, I can talk a little bit about the gear if you would like. They have the helmet and it has like a constrictor on the front. And there's some pictures on my social media and I'm gonna post some more. And they have, like he said, the neck and you have a chest plate and the jacket over it, and then another shoulder pad gear, and they have all your basic your knee pads, and they want you to have they care about your safety there.
Right. Did you have to borrow other people's equipment or did you have your own?
Yes, I did have to borrow equipment, the whole thing, because I left mine in Texas and a lot of it was lost, but I am in the process of working on getting new gear.
Rebuilding your gear?
Yes, rebuilding it and making it old and beautiful.
Excellent. I imagine you're going to add a touch of cosplay into yours.
You know it. I'm going to probably go with some pink spray paint and some glitter. There's a little exclusive. I wasn't going to release that yet.
Dude, I want to get a Kyber Cave team together and have everybody dressed as a Powerpuff Girls.
I call Blossom.
Nice. So going forward, what do you feel like? Are you going to be trying out more competitions? Do you plan on keeping it in California, or are you going to try to travel to events? Or
yeah, I actually just recently got invited to the Oregon one. There's one up in Portland. That's one that I'm working towards. Another one I'm working towards is Nevada in April. That is the biggest international one you can get with Saber Legion. They were telling me about that today.
Combat Con, I believe, right?
Huh?
Is that Combat Con?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's where they do their finals.
Yep, that's where finals is held. If you're interested, I got placed fourth today actually in the women's section. Yeah.
Tell us about that. This was your first time fighting Saber Legion. Were you nervous, or were you just like, this is just something different?
You know, the first day I was nervous, so I did not. The first day was 2 tiers. There was tier of I believe it was standard and unity, and I was supposed to be in standard and I got too nervous. I'll admit, we all have that moments, and I observed. The second day, very welcoming. And the first day they were welcoming too, but met a lot of new new spars, and we talked about proper etiquette, how to even practice outside of it. They were very welcoming. Met a lot of people ranging from Nashville, Tennessee with Bobby and Natasha, then LA with Jose, and going downward like Ryan in different cities. And my personal, I call him the Grand Master from San Diego, Alan Blosh, the honor before glory.
Okay, let me ask you, did you know who Alan Block was before today?
I did not, actually.
Of all the people that you could have like tapped on for your mentor, like I think he's won Saber Legion at least 2 or 3 times. I know he's won at least twice.
Yes, and he actually got mentioned on ESPN, and he has a lot of insightful articles online. Personally, I've been checking out. Very insightful. Just like there's this guy there named Daniel Lian. He's known as Space Jesus.
Daniel Lane?
Diego. Huh?
Daniel Lane?
Yes.
He used to be the number 2 man, I believe, at Saber Forge. He used to make lightsabers, I believe.
Oh, really? I did not know that about him.
Dude, you were in good company. I don't know how the hell you did it, but you just tapped on like all the top people.
Oh yeah, no, and that's why they offered exotics today, because today was women's and exotics. I was already signed up for women's. Exotics, I could not. So there's a lot of differentials between it, but exotics today, very unique for sure. The blades were different. There was the Kylo Ren style. There was
the
Darth
crossguard,
Maul.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you had all your different types, and it was just beautiful, you know.
So for those that don't know, I wanted to clarify a couple things because there's some terminology that has been said that people in the audience may or may not know. You were talking about a standard fight and a unity fight. In Saber Legion, unity fight means in a standard fight, you have two competitors with their sabers, and it's the first person to get a tap, they win the point. You go back, you redo it again. A unity fight is almost like boxing. You just keep beating each other up until the time limit's done. And then there's judges that count, okay, this person had 15 hits and this person had 25 hits. And that's how you would determine the winner of a unity fight. Unity fights are very, very exhausting. Not that a regular fight, you would be surprised, even just, standing there, not a lot of movement. It does take a lot of energy out of you.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, even judging, today I had the opportunity to judge, and it was like people that were high up there and then our lower end, but they were all beautiful with their sparring, different techniques, and differentiating between we had red and blue, so Jedi Sith, but differentiated between, because sometimes the judges would have to come together and discuss, was this form proper, was it the proper safety? And sometimes even if you hit the wrong area, then the other person gets it.
Right. Another difference, you were talking about unity. Oh, you were talking about exotics. So in the Saber community, exotic means other than a standard one blade saber. So for example, can you hold up your saber that you got there?
Yes, of course.
So this is what we call a standard saber. But if that was a cross guard on there, or if she had a long pike, that would be considered an exotic saber.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so when you have the competitions, and even even Saber Lightspeed does that as well. They call their divisions like Rey, Kylo, and they name them after characters in the movies. But it is very similar, where it's a difference between exotic and straight blade as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take any big hits today?
I did actually. Oh, my camera. I did. I took a big one to the left knee actually. Yeah, so that one was a little hard, but honestly, it wasn't anything that was permanent damage. We actually had one fighter that cripped his whole pinky back, and we had to prop it back in place, and he's gonna go to the doctor tomorrow. But definitely want to make sure on safety there. That's the big thing.
Safety is very, very important, and people would be surprised how many injuries can really. You think about it as a toy. First off, these sabers, for those that do not know, and if you don't have your own, make sure to head over to kybercave.com to pick up your own saber. But for those that don't know, these blades are made out of polycarbonate. It's the same material that they make police riot shields out of. So when you swing on somebody, and you can see on the top of her saber, she has what's called a suba there. That near the hilt there, that suba, what that does is that protects your fingers. So if a blade hit is coming in quickly, it's going to do a lot of protection to your fingers. You take a smack or two on your fingers, and you will be thankful to have that suba there.
And honestly, having gloves is good too. The gloves will first protection. It's very beneficial, and the neck brace.
You definitely have to have gloves. In fact, the gloves and the fencing helmet are the two things that every league that I know of requires. Some leagues require different. Actually, you know what? Ludo, I can't remember if Ludo uses helmets or not. But definitely with the gloves, and because up until recently, and I have some exciting announcement for you. There isn't a company right now. Well, until recently, there hasn't been a company that makes sports equipment specifically for the lightsaber community. All the sports equipment that we've gotten has come from the fencing community. What is it called? Lacrosse. A lot of times people get lacrosse gloves. Baseball, they'll use the baseball shins and protection for their legs. So up until recently, a lot of the saber equipment has been, a mix of other different sports equipment to give us protection. We have recently made a partnership with a company, the very first company to offer lightsaber lightsaber armor. So that will be available very soon on our website. You will be able to get the helmets, helmets, gloves, everything. We will have that on our website. So this is the first company that I know of that has made armor specifically for lightsaber combat. So having those gloves and everything are very, very important. And having things fitted too as much as possible is important as well. What do you think is going to take over more of your time and your passion? Do you think cosplay or saber fighting?
That's a very tricky one. So every Sunday I personally practice, so that's a good 3 to 5 hours. Cosplay ranges from me right after my cos plans. Every cosplay event is around 8 hours, and I do it at least twice a week. So possibly cosplay, but tournaments are way longer because we have to stay there from about 6 o'clock getting ready, all the way and gear check to 8. And then we have to go in there at 9, and then we're all the way in there till 5 o'clock, or we're judging if we're not doing that.
Do you have a regular 9 to 5 job, or is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Monday through Thursday I teach special education. So that's during the week, and then on Fridays I do the actual teaching out of school.
Oh wow, that is a pack. So when do you get time to sleep?
I don't. That's the secret, Captain. I don't.
She's a vampire. Do you have anything coming up that you're really looking forward to? Like something that really sticks out that you're like, oh man, I can't wait for this. A particular con or a fight, or
can there be a couple?
Sure.
I am very excited for the going down to Vegas and doing that big
Combat Con.
Yeah, that one's gonna be huge, and I'm gonna have to practice probably.
I am hoping to see you there. Kyber Cave is trying to get a table at that event.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely will be down there. I'm gonna pay my fee and all that. That's another thing. There's fees to getting registered. As well as I'm excited for all the Los Angeles events. The Alan, Grandmaster, I call him, from San Diego. I'm excited to go down there and do more practices. As I travel, also, I know you mentioned traveling. As I travel, I'm really excited to, each legion was from like different sectors. There were people from Tennessee, and like even during layovers, if my flights allow it, 8 to 12 hours, I'll be sparring during those. So like any chance I get, I'm bringing my lightsaber with me.
Wow.
So I'm excited for that, as well as little events for cause plans. I'm excited for the SAC anime for Roseville and Summer. I already have my full lineup ready. I just have to purchase it now. And they have some nice deals right now online, actually, for Valentine's Day.
For what? For costumes or for tickets, or?
For costumes. Tickets right now, they're kind of cheap.
Right. Do you have something special that you're excited about for a costume, or are they going to be ones that are already in your closet?
Oh my word. So I am going to rebuy I already have my sword. I purchased that from Evangeline's. But I'm really excited to buy the Asuna and debut Asuna. I also have a Star Wars one that's coming out. It's Leia, and that's a very exclusive one that is in the works. We're going to do an actual Star Wars.
Nice. My burger, are you coming out to Nevada as well for that? TSA in Nevada. I see his comment over on the side. That will be very, very exciting. Have you ever done a cosplay and got to meet a celebrity that, like, that does that character or anything?
Oh my word. I met recently at SAC Anime. So as you know, these horns were actually at the beautiful fashion show with Mr. Duggery. Lovely. That was my favorite modeling experience, because I also do modeling and goth and emo events and music scene. But Masquerade, I got to meet Brandon Rogers 3 times backstage. That was amazing, actually.
Wow. Okay. You were moving up in the world.
I know.
You don't drive, right?
I do occasionally.
Okay.
Usually, me and my partner go to the same places, so there's
Okay, I
that.
was gonna say I thought you had told me before that you didn't drive or something, so I was wondering how you get out to your events.
Yeah, usually, there's also carpools that are offered sometimes, and within the scene, if my partner's busy or my partner takes me to those types of events, and then if I have the chance, I'll bike to them or I'll take the bus or stuff like that. Driving is in the works right now. It's a big project of mine. California driving is so much different than Texas.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm.
Different lanes. There's so much road safety.
Now, did you grow up in Texas, or that's just where you were before here? Because I know you said you moved around a lot around the country. Well,
Yeah, I started in Minnesota through my teenage years, and then when I turned 13, actually, I moved with my dad, and then when I turned 18, I started traveling the world. I have a tattoo actually that's from the Fallout game Wanderer.
right.
Um, yeah, so that became a title too, where I wander around the world, and actually Galaxy Con's coming up, and I'm thinking of going to Texas, and I mainly go to Texas now for sparring with friends and like
Mhm.
Austin City Limits and stuff like that, little festivals, that are fun.
We are actually signed up for Galaxy Con in San Jose, so I want to say that's in August or something like that. So we will be
I am
there for the local one.
I am set to go to that one, and I do plan to see Mr. Allen at that one for more practice. And same with actually, Fredo Gonzalez, the SoCal representative for the Saber Legion. By the way, this event was powered by California Charter.
Wow, excellent, excellent. I mean, you have so much on your plate. Is there anything that you're looking forward to more than anything else, or is it all just exciting for you?
You know what? I'm excited also in a personal level for my partner's show February 11th. It's going to be lovely. It's an old sack. So his first
Um,
show of the year. And
okay, yeah, yeah, because he's in a band.
he is, yeah, a Sacramento local. So I always find endearment in that. And I find endearment, and I really love Sac anime. I hope if I go outward to LA and San Diego, I'm thinking about actually moving out there at some point and just trying it out because
Oh
I love
wow,
new things. Yeah.
I was gonna say you sound like the type of person that doesn't say stay put for very long.
Nope, unfortunately. But California, I'm set actually till 2025 because of my teaching career.
Oh wow, are you going to school?
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm going to school to major in psychology and minor in um yeah, veterinarian studies.
So you want to be a shrink for dogs?
You know, actually I researched it. There's animal behavior technician, little jobs like that, but yeah,
Right.
that is hilarious.
Well, we're gonna get ready and wrap up here in a minute or two. Is there anything you wanted to let people know about? For those that are interested, down below in the description, um, will be all of your information. I believe it's your Instagram, your Facebook, and possibly your TikTok information is down there. If you want to see more of your cosplay, do you have any of your pictures from saber fighting up there as well, or is it all
I'm
cosplay?
about to post those when I get off right before my golf event at 9 o'clock. Between 8 and 9, I'm going to be editing. And also, Miss Sydney, credit Miss Sydney right here. But she took some beautiful photography with her team from Weekend Blender that I get to release tonight.
Ooh.
And a little bit more of the Geek Fashion Show. I have a lot of fan art and a lot of signings and a lot of things coming in. And that's always lovely.
Wow, so much exciting stuff going on. I'm getting to meet Ray Park next weekend in Union City. Is that the one that you were talking about?
Yes, actually, Andy's going out to that same one. I'm going to Union City to meet him on the 3rd, and on the 4th, we're going out to East Bay Con. That's one of my cosplay things that I'm doing next week.
Yeah, I know at East Bay Con, one of the actors from Rocky Horror Picture Show is going to be there because my store manager is excited about that one. Where is Union City? Is that in California?
Yeah, that's in California. I'm pretty sure it's in California, as well as I will be doing more playwrights too. I'll be doing Rocky Horror actually with Amber over on February 12th. I'm pretty sure we just did our casting for it. So how you
Wow.
doing?
Wow, you literally have your hands in everything. Well, for those that want to keep, do you have any one place like your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, or is it all there? Like if people wanted to see like where they could see you next, if they wanted to come see you, do cosplay or modeling or fighting, do you keep a calendar or do you just show up where you show up?
No, actually, on my Facebook, I have pinned to my profile all of my events. On Instagram, it doesn't allow you to do that, and on my
Mhm.
Instagram bio, it has my next cons. And
Excellent.
and
Excellent. Anything else you wanted to leave people with?
yeah, I'm gonna lead people with my groups, and I'm gonna lead people with how to get this lovely lightsaber, as well as I would love to credit you. So Kyber Cave, I bought my first lightsaber from them. I'm gonna admit that durability was beautiful. I'm gonna actually, after the show, purchase another one. And for today, this beautiful base lit 16-inch core with the 16-inch hilt blade and the 35 polycarbonate Suba is partnered by Secret Weapon Sabers. I'm not sure if I could put it in chat, but it's based in LA from Tony. Personally, I'm getting this engraved with Empress of Sacramento from Tony.
Nice.
Do you want me to
Tony
leave them with,
Zalata.
huh?
Tony Zalata, I believe. Zalata?
Yes. Yeah, and he did provide us with his phone number.
Zaldua.
Zaldua. Thank you.
Yeah, I can probably post that on my socials or 323-842-9710. He provided with that. As well as I do want to credit my beautiful Kyber Knights of Austin, Texas. I do want to credit the TCL Saber Legion for having me, as well as all my pictures on there is mainly from the fashion show Surreal Temptations, and Woodland Photography is my #1 photographer right now, as well as Ash. I don't know if she wants me to release her last name, but those two photographers and Echo, those three actually are some of my favorite, as well as want to credit definitely Kyber Cave. They're the ones that got me started in California with Star Wars. So want to thank all of my people, because I see a lot of my friends are in chat and
It says
viewing
Go
this.
Steve from Kyber Knights.
Yeah.
Legit Jedi. What's up, Legit Jedi? Thank you. Yeah, and while you're down in SoCal, make sure you head to the Lightspeed headquarters down in Westminster. We were just there like 2 weekends ago for their grand opening. And this is where a lot of their Southern California bases come together to practice.
Oh yeah. And I guess my next event is going to be Stockton Con, and tonight Club Absolution actually on the Y with two beautiful DJs. So check that out too. So.
If you're out in Sacramento, head out to Club Absolution. You can dance the night away with Miss Cheynne. I want to thank you so much. Cheyenne, did I say that? Sorry. I don't know why I've got Cheynne on the. I don't even know anybody named Cheynne. I'm sorry, Cheyenne. You can head out and party with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, I want to thank you so much. Like I said, you were definitely somebody that I was interested in, because it seemed like all of a sudden your name popped up on the scene everywhere, and different people I kept talking to, your name would come up. So I was like, man, I really got to find out more about this woman. So I appreciate you coming out on our show tonight, and we are going to be excited to see you in tournaments coming up. Hopefully, I don't know if you know about Clockwork Orange is coming up, or Clockwork Alchemy is coming up in San Francisco.
What's that?
Well.
If you don't,
it's very cool. It's a steampunk cause convention. However, it's steampunk, but Saber Legion also has a fight at that competition.
So, two things. I have a Fallout cosplay in the works right now, and
Nice.
Roxy from Borderlands. So I probably will go there and it's Jean, so I will meet requirements. So I will go in that cosplay then, if you send me that info later. And as well as I do want to credit also Steve Mead of the Droid Builders. He's another one, and Ron.
The R2 crew.
The R2 crew. Ron has been my mentor of Sacramento, helping me in the cosplay community. So thank you, Ron and Keith.
Right. Yeah. Even Say Wong says it's a steampunk con. They used to be in San Jose, but yeah, I know they're in San Francisco now. Used to be partnered with Fanime Con. So yes, Clockwork Alchemy is what it's called. And I'm sure Alan and them will be letting you know about that, all the TSL competitions as well.
Oh yeah.
Thank you again for hanging out with us. It has been so much fun talking to you. And I cannot wait to see all the booty kicking you're going to be doing in this next coming year.
Oh, yeah. You as well, man. I'll see you at East Bay Con. Lovely, always being guest appearance.
Well, you're going to see Steven out there. I'm going to be at Ohana Con. For better or worse, I'm going to be out there. He's going out to that one because he is a huge Rocky Horror Picture fan. So we worked it out. He's going out to that one. Although you got to get us a Flash Gordon autograph because he's going to be out there. You got to get one for the Kyber Cave.
The Flash.
Flash Gordon. All right. Take it easy. Thank you so much. Let's roll that. Yeah,
I gave you crap for saying her name wrong, and then I forgot an E in that last little part right there.
Yes, Legit Jedi Clockwork Orange is a highly different, completely different. And Clockwork Alchemy is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I know. I was like this.
And Say Wong, we've already got our table for GalaxyCon. Finally, we're getting ahead of everything this year. We missed so many great cons last year, but this year we're trying to stay ahead of things and get all our payments in early. We will be at East Bay Con this Saturday and just Saturday, right? 2 days. East Bay? Sunday. Sorry. We will be at East Bay Con in Concord this Sunday, as well as Ohana Con in Fairfield this Sunday. So make sure to check us out there. If you need a saber or have any questions or anything, you can find us at one of those two events.
All right. And thank you so much, Miss Cheyenne Morgan, for coming on our show. I very much enjoyed the interview. She seems fun to hang out with. So thank you. There she is on our chat. Galactic Queen loves seeing y'all, and we love seeing you. And I can still see you in the virtual green room, but yeah. All right. So this next portion, which is our tentative segment until we figure out something a little bit more long-standing while Kevin is on his indefinite break, is Star Wars Mad Libs. So I'm going to have Van pick the first one, but whoever posts the first thing for the following things when I address the chat. Okay, chat, listen. I'm going to address you, and if you can, the first one that comes up, I'm going to write it down. Okay,
I like it.
So be astute. All right. Everyone's on hiatus. So Graveyard is on hiatus. Bray Girl's back next week.
She's coming back in.
And it's just different stuff going on.
Matt and I are still here for you, though. Say, well, don't weak out.
Yeah,
don't we get some love?
I mean, Van wasn't even here last week. I was still. All right. Van, give me a part of the body.
Oh, my goodness. How about belly button?
Chat, give me an adjective while I write this.
Simply unpack your adjectives.
Are you doing an English class right now?
We strolled along without care.
All right, give me an adjective. I'm gonna
adjective. Who got one? Say one.
The first one that puts it in chat.
Anybody throw an adjective. First one.
And then you're gonna need to give me one too. Tell Steven to give me an adjective.
What'd you say?
Steven, give me.
He said hairy bear. Harry.
Harry. Okay.
It was a scary bear. We beat a hasty retreat to our sorry.
I can't have nobody in chat telling me.
I know, like, and all of a sudden everybody dropped out.
Not everybody dropped out, but no one's talking. All right. Well, you know what, Van? Give me another adjective since they're smooth. Wait, Kevin did it.
Wait, there's one. There's one. Good job, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan. All right, Van, give me a verb.
Verb. How about spit?
All right, that's so really wonderfully pleasant. Steven, you give me a noun, and chat, you also give me a noun.
Steven just went to the restroom. So
rude.
Oh wait, is that's not a noun? That's a adjective.
Yeah, we're on. I'll put. Do I have another? I have another adjective later, Chuck. I'll put that in for that. All right.
All right. We need a noun. Looking for a noun.
Now I need a noun. Actually, guys in chat, just give me like a few nouns because there's several nouns. So give me a few, and I will put them on the list. And then.
So I want to let you know over at kybercave.com, we are going to be very soon redoing our website. We have so many sabers. We're going to be doing price adjustments as well. Believe it or not, we have several sabers. The price is going down. And we're adding more features. I know it is unbelievable. There will be more features and a price reduction on a bunch of our sabers. So make sure to check out our website in the next few weeks. We also have an exclusive Kyber Cave's first exclusive saber coming out. Don't forget, y'all, we're looking for some nouns. There's a noun. I see one.
All right, check.
Couple more nouns. We have our very first exclusive saber coming out. It will not be sold at conventions. It will only be able to be bought in retail stores. So we have a partner in Nevada, Toys and More. You'll be able to buy it there. You'll be able to buy it in our Kyber Cave store, but not on our website.
Starship. Okay.
We built this city.
No. Do not copyright us. Arby's, that's the place, Andy. Well, I guess it could be.
Well, there's Terrence Trent to Arby's.
You know what? I'm gonna put in Arby's just for the fun of it. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Van, give me a plural noun.
A plural noun. Phalanges.
I'll put it in for another Andy. Phalanges. You mean fingers?
Yes.
I'll put it in as phalanges just for you. All right. Is Steven out of that bathroom yet?
He's still in the bathroom.
What's the hi Danny Rivera?
Hey!
What's the last name of a celebrity?
The last name of a celebrity. Anybody.
Strong.
Anybody.
Tara Strong.
Oh.
Hiddleston. Holland.
Bueller.
That's a character. That's not a celebrity.
I was just doing the Bueller thing.
I could put Matt. I could wait. Oh gosh, his name. Who played Ferris? Matthew. Broderick. I love him. Matthew Broderick. I loved you since you played the prince in Cinderella and Fairy Tale. Never mind. Fairy Tale Theater. No one's ever seen that. You are my favorite, the life ever given one. What? I'm not sure, Danny. All right, so we last name celebrity. I'm gonna put.
There we go, McFarlane.
Oh, McFarlane. All right, Seth MacFarlane. Here we go. All right, Seth MacFarlane. Well, Seth is what comes up. Part of the body that's plural.
A plural part of the body.
Yes.
Anyone? Bueller.
I'm gonna put in. Well, that phalanges is taken. I'm gonna put in eyelashes.
I never. Yeah,
if you're talking about the giveaway, Danny, that was last week, but
yeah, we gave away a saber last Sunday. My friend. You got to tune in
and
every
then
week.
Another part of the body.
Another part of the body. How about forehead?
All right.
Oh, somebody said Ford. Oh, I guess that would be the last. No, we already got a last name.
Plural noun, adjective, and plural noun. So, chat, think of a plural noun. Van, you do one plural noun, and I'll do an adjective.
Okay. Well, you could use Ford. You can make that a plural.
Well, how about just truck?
Trucks. Okay. Okay. You wanted me to do what? What am I thinking of?
A plural noun.
A plural noun. How about?
I did trucks for the last plural noun on behalf of Andy.
Babies.
Zombie babies.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Who's ready for Boba Fett's Guide to Bounty Hunting?
Yeah, baby. Get it.
All right. So it was Luke Skywalker's destiny to follow his father's belly button steps. And the same can be said for the smooth bounty hunter Boba Fett.
Ooh.
To be a bounty hunter, one must live by a few very hairy rules. Always be ready to spit at the slightest sign of trouble. Have your jet guitar on your back and your spaceship ready to take off at a moment's starship. You never know what you'll have to pursue you'll never know when you'll have to pursue a runaway Arby's. Don't ask too many phalanges. You don't want to anger a boss like Jabba the Bun or Darth McFarlane.
Yeah.
Play it safe. Just keep your eyelashes open and
works.
your forehead shut. Stay healthy. Get a slick night's sleep every night. Eat your green trucks. I know, Galactic Queen. I know. And get some silky exercise every day. That way, you'll always be ready for any zombie babies the universe throws at you.
Very important.
That is your Star Wars Mad Libs for Saber Rattle of this. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Yes, thank you for participating. And thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with us, getting to know Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
A little bit.
Sorry,
yes.
The Empress of Sacramento.
Our Empress of Sac, Galactic Queen. You can check out her Facebook in the description below. I also posted her link to Instagram in the chat. For those watching the uploads, make sure tune in, or even the ones watching now. Just look at our description below the show's notes. Like today's show's notes is all the shows that we do throughout the week. And enjoy. Have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Adios. See you next week.